Hello there. This is another recording, and let me start a timer. I want to set it for 30 minutes. Okay. Now let's go over the tools that I use here during these recordings, or what I want to focus on. Thing number one, the view mindset: vulnerability, impartiality, empathy, and wonder. Vulnerability: let myself be truly here and touched by whatever comes up in me. Impartiality: do not manage the process. Empathy: let myself feel what I feel. And wonder is to be open to the new things. And an even more important thing that I would love to, or that I will focus on, is my breath. So I want to be vulnerable with my breath, if so, be touched by the visceral sensations when I breathe, and actually feel those in my body. And the same with my body. So I want to pay attention to my breath, not control it, but more feel it, and pay attention to my body. Oh, I like this description. I want to pay attention to my body, and also I want to not control it, but let myself feel whatever is in my body and feel my breath. Also, slow down. I want to spend more time in actually feeling my breath, feeling my body, feeling, if this makes sense, feeling the visual stuff, so feeling what I see. So becoming, feeling what I see, hear the vibrations in my body from my voice. So I want to slow down and stay connected to the things that I feel, to my breath, I want to slow down and let myself feel my breath and observe feeling my breath. And I also want to explore enjoyment, what things increase my enjoyment, what things decrease my enjoyment, where is it, to also let myself enjoy this, to let myself play with recording this video. And those are my focus those will be my focus during this recording. Okay. And let's see. I am currently learning Spring in Java, and I have found today, I think I have found the book that I actually really like and enjoy reading, and that contains the information that I would want to learn in a way that I'd like to learn. The style of the book, I like how the author writes. And it seems that the author is very knowledgeable and knows his stuff, and the information is substantial. It is just really a really great book, and it's a very long book. It is over 1,000 pages, but those pages, they are not a classic A4 format, full A4 pages. They're more like A5, optimized for reading on Kindle. And so I'd say it's around 800 pages that you will have in a regular book, but the book is great. And I've started reading it. I have read a couple of dozens of pages, and I peeked into certain topics like JPA, and mostly JPA. Working with JPA through Spring Data, and I enjoyed, for the most part, what I saw. So I'm really, really excited and happy about that I finally found that book and it's on Spring 6 and Spring Boot 3. So it covers modern topics, like modern versions of Spring and Spring Boot, and in a way that I prefer, and I think a good book should be written this way and contain that information. So the author, I would just resonated. What I also want to do right now is notice that I am being recorded, and notice the camera, and include that into my current awareness volume, into my current volume of awareness. Oh, and I want to share with you that I have purchased a blender to make healthy smoothies from different fruits and vegetables and greens. So it has arrived, and I haven't picked it up yet, but it's waiting on the reception. And after I record this video, I'll go to a grocery store, and I'll buy different kinds of those berries, fruits, vegetables, greens, and other things, yogurt, and something like cottage cheese, but a more Eastern version of it. So it's denser, more sour, a little more. It can be more sour. So for some reason, I am excited about experimenting with these smoothies. So that's so there's that, and I've heard that. Let's see that the guys who I really like the game called Raven's Watch, and Raven's Watch, and I think they have published an update, whatever, and a very cool update that contains new items and updates the old ones. So I cannot wait to play that update as well. Right. So once again, I'm gonna remember to slow down during this recording and include that I'm being recorded into my attention volume, and also pay attention to the feelings of my breath, how my breath feels, and what is happening in my body, and let myself feel it. So this is what I want to focus on. And I just heard my neighbor doing something on the balcony, and I feel like a little bit of shame or like warm sensations at the top part of my forearms and also cheeks. So some warm stuff, sensations on my skin, skin. Just appeared. So what we can do in this video, I'm not gonna do or code anything, I think, because I'm not at this stage yet with that book that I mentioned. But what we can do, we can go over the migrated code of the project that I showed you before. So let's close this and this. Remember that I showed in one of the earlier videos, I showed you this GitHub Java cursor project where I am migrating a psychotherapist platform from PHP to Java stack, from PHP stack to Java stack, and I'm using Cursor for that and AI. So my plan is to somehow to see how I can use AI to get from the PHP project to a Java project, to the from a functionality from this platform implemented using PHP, a PHP stack, to the same functionality developed using a Java stack, Spring and Spring Boot in particular, and also Hibernate and other supplementary technologies. So, and so that this Java project is also developed using the best modern best practices and approaches, and it's developed in a way that you expect a high quality Java project built. And I wanted to experiment with how I can make this migration happen. I don't have an in-depth knowledge and experience of the Java tech stack. I have some, and I have an extensive development experience, so software development experience. So I have the means to make this happen, but the experience and skills and knowledge, but I don't have this in-depth Java knowledge, and my idea was to somehow see how I can use cursor to how I can use cursor to actually so that it does the migration with my supervision. And that's where the idea of this migration management folder and files appeared for me. And I used also Cursor to analyze the PHP project and come up with this master plan and description of all the steps and phases and things like architecture and progress to then make this migration happen. And we went over a little bit of some parts of it. What's S? No, not S. So over the files that plan files that AI has created, and there we didn't see we haven't discussed this entity mapping file, but I think that it's pretty well. It might be interesting. Java JPA. This document provides a complete mapping of all entities from the original PHP Doctrine project to the target Java JPA implementation. So all the entities are here. There should be around 25 or up to 30 entities in here, as far as I can roughly remember. And as you can see, this base entity abstract class that a lot of entities will inherit. This is another timer. Great. So there are certain things that I would like to go over, and we will let's look into the architecture thing or side of the things. We started doing it, but I think it might be a really I think it is a good idea. Let's go over or start this looking into the architecture guidelines that AI has created for us. So this document defines the complete architecture for the target application. Key principle: this is a native Java application built with domain-driven design, not a PHP translation. The PHP code base serves as functional requirements only, which is what I asked it to do. The architecture follows DDD, rich domain models, aggregates, bounded context. I do not know what this means. We'll look into it during. I thought that I might actually ask Cursor or maybe anti-gravity to explain and teach me many of these concepts. So DDD, clean hexagonal, clean hexagonal architecture, proper layer separation, and dependency inversion. Great. Modern Java idioms. Today I learned that you read this word or say this word like idioms, not idioms, but because idioms would be my first guess how to read it. Important idioms. Okay. Records, sealed classes, optional, and pattern matching. I don't know what these are, but I think I could learn it or figure it out pretty quickly with the help of AI. Spring Boot best practices and version control aspects and declarative transactions. Cool. Next, it described core technologies. So we'll use Java 21, Spring Boot 3.5.8. Cool. Auto configuration, embedded Tomcat, security, screen data. Hibernate, version 6.6. Improved query performance. Cool. Native SQL support. PostgreSQL. I am learning PostgreSQL currently, because before that, I had been using, I used MariaDB and MySQL in their versions. Okay, cool. Yeah. Then Apache Kafka, no experience with that. I have zero experience with Kafka. I've used RabbitMQ. I wonder what this will be. And Timelift for templates. For builds, we're using Maven build, Docker. This is where we'll host our data. And JUnit, I want to also learn how to write tests, automated tests in Java. Folder structure. So this is where I let the AI suggest the structure. Each module follows a layered DDD structure with clear separation. Domain, core business logic, entities, value objects, domain services, repository services. Oh, interfaces. Okay, application, use cases, commands, queries, application, services. Okay. Infrastructure, persistence, external services, okay, framework, integrations, presentation, controllers, view models, REST, and points. And I noticed that when I read this or say some things, most of the time I'm spending in kind of dissociation or with close contact with a focus on what I'm reading, and I am excluding these things. Like, as I said, I do not notice how does my body feel, and breath. So, or even better, I think that I am noticing it more and more, and that highlights how little I actually notice it. So, oh shit. Okay. So, it is actually different to let myself feel my breath, not notice my breath, but feel my breath, and let myself feel the sensations in my body. It is different from just noticing those sensations, because when I say and do whatever I do inside me, like whatever nonverbal actions I do, based on these instructions, like verbal instructions, feel my breath and let myself feel my breath and feel my body and feel the sensations. this is different from noticing. Just notice. It connects things. It feels like I am actually connected with what is, with I am experiencing, I am relating to my body as if it's also me. So it's I am feeling right now. It's not like I'm noticing from in a detached mode. That's something, some sensations like tingling or other things are happening inside the body that which is disconnected or detached. No, I'm saying like, let myself feel my breath and let myself feel the sensations in my body. Oh yeah, that's it. I become embodied. I become here. I directly experience it. This is different. This is very different from just noticing it. Oh, I think it is. I stumbled upon on a very important thing, act of a way of relating, being. And I don't know if it's a something, if it's a an understanding from which I was able, that changed, or perspective that changed the way I experience right now me, my breath, my body, or maybe it can be that I had learned or grown the skill, or it just was unlocked for me. So I don't know, but this feels different. Letting myself feel my breath and letting myself feel my body. It is different. Letting myself notice the monitor that I'm looking at, letting myself to notice, to letting myself to see. Oh yeah, not notice, letting myself to see the camera, letting myself to hear my voice. Oh, this is something different. It's just so different. It's very much different. So it's not creating sensations or sight or hearing something. It is actually it already is, and I'm letting myself to feel it. And my body right now responds to that goosebumps on my all over my right leg, and I can let myself also feel the tension in my belly because I have the tension. I have tension in my belly, and I can let myself not only feel warmth or tingling, I can let myself feel the tensions. Just feel them, not change, not do anything, just feel it. Feel the breath, feel the tension. Oh. Okay, let's, from that state, let's look at what we have here. So we have these 4 folders: domain, application infrastructure and presentation. And then this then follows the actual example or prototype of that being applied to the actual folder structure that we'll have. So, okay, we start from the root and then go to source main Java. So this is Java stuff here. Okay, and 30 minutes has passed, but I think I might have stumbled upon a very important or new and attractive way of being and feeling that I just described when I let myself feel the breath and feel the sensations in my body. And so I want to play with it a little bit more. So then goes the name of our application, and at the root of it we have a Spring application, Good Help application Java. Then there goes this config folder, which contains config for security, for REST stuff, and maybe not only the REST stuff. Thymeleaf config, yeah, because we want. I haven't configured Thymeleaf once in my life, but even once in my life, but based on how things are in PHP and in Symfony, a templating engine that I used, the templating engine that I used was Twig, and you have to configure Twig, point it to the folders where you will store or hold your where your templates will be. So at least that, and I think, and you can configure many things there. Okay, so we have config for Kafka, GBA config, and then there is this shared kernel. I don't know what this is. Aggregate root, domain, event, value objects, a couple of these, domain, VN publisher, and base entity. Okay. So the things that will be shared among the modules, then there is identity. I don't know what this is supposed to be. The main therapist, and profile, and status, and user, and staff user. This is actually a different way of grouping things in this application than I used in the PHP application, because in PHP application I had modules like billing, common, landing, notification, psychologist, and staff, and user. And then in the user module, I had the user, entity. This is like, you could basically, if you know Java and Spring and Hibernate, you could just replace these guys like this, and you'll have Java annotations. So it's pretty similar. And so this is nullable. It's actually interesting because this is nullable, but it's not. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So I'd put that entity into its module, and I did it because I thought that I want to, for example, the user module to be separated from the staff, so that like staff does not know anything about the user, and psychologist does not know anything about the user. But now that I think about it, they will be interdependent in a certain way, because user might cancel some sessions that with psychologists, and where should we store those? Should they be a part of the user module or a psychologist module? And probably they should be third module, which is not, that user and psychologist have dependency. They are dependent on that module, but that module, the third one, does not know anything about psychologist and user. Is it true? No. Uses those. This is interesting. There are several ways to approach that, and I feel like that is the area that I'd like to become more knowledgeable in, and where I have interest to learn more ways to separate things to make your system more flexible. And yeah, so identity. Identity. I think that for now, I'm gonna stop here, because I noticed that my perception changed, and I've become tired. So I'll see you in the next recording or video.